अबे साउंड नहीं आ रहा ना इसका।
Enough doubt for Marder yet. Oster taking this pause for thought, trying to imply he could be going elsewhere, he could be anywhere else. And I like the Marder's fallen away from this, playing safe, allowing Boaster just enough space. But the smoke's good, the pre-fire's there. Oh, that was a nice little headshot. Nice try, but can we just talk about Som there, like quietly getting 4?
Went absolutely huge. Again, Ethan a little sloppy on the exit from that smoke, but Som on the cleanup is absolutely huge here.
He's a team player. Look, don't worry, they'll be facing me. You swing, get 3. Oh, but already pressure for Marder there, and that's a tick in the box for me, right? That's a good start. That's got to feel nice for them. And for Som as well. Big impact early on.
Absolutely.
Into the unknown.
Yeah. Purchase here actually including
sound आ रहा है, अभी sound आ रहा है.
Weapon, a judge in hand for Som. Marder's going to pick up a deep angle here. But the body's on the other side of this.
I like that the flash was broken by someone else, so Marder gets played in on this slightly deeper line. So Kayak going to be punished on this, and there's no early or easy beginnings here. You're looking at Alpha just with that Sheriff. Could maybe do something, but again, Marder, I like this line. Again, he's willing to brawl on this, willing to stick his life on the line for it, and a missed shot there. We will be, I guess, checking back in on Alpha's form too, right? Took a couple days off. Ethan just soaking in the farm. NRG, lovely start here, because look, this is not just a big stage like we were talking about before, Mike. This is the arena quality.
Yeah, exactly. And all the things we're talking about, it would be such a huge positive for NRG to get a couple of these players online feeling comfortable in these early rounds, particularly here on Ascent as well. Well, I think it is key that, you know, they're going to take some space away and really apply that. I mean, the pressure in terms of the mid-round, forcing Fnatic to make decisions, or even forcing them to adapt. Maybe play a little later into that unknown of the late round.
And there's a switch up here already, seeing Marder over towards short. Maybe looking to punish that late rotation through middle, as we've been seeing. Bit of a switch up with the setup as well. So Scuba positioned over towards B, all towards that side. Now it is a bonus for NRG. Fnatic need to get a bit of a grip on this game.
But actually pretty well invested from NRG. We was talking about everybody throwing something in the previous poster. Clearance here on Zamada.
Yeah, that's lovely. Brock, a little isolated, does have support, but already walled off. So Kayak clears the route forward. This bonus going exactly how Fnatic would have wanted, right? They've dealt with 2 of the initial players. I mean, there's still a bit of a threat on B, but Scuba's got to do some serious stuff here.
Yeah, I mean, the stuff as well. If Ethan gets locked out on the Stinger, as Fnatic now set their sights towards Scuba. Connection there onto Alpha. Unfortunately not to find a kill.
But also the paranoia goes wide. Scuba's played in on this, not by much, but there's a window of chance, and they swing, but they line up. There was an opportunity there. Good damage done still. Look at Alpha's HP. Kayak a little wounded, but it's Ethan and Som to try and bridge that gap. It would be wild if they get back into this side.
Absolutely. Som just look to try and do some further damage here. We'll find Kayak.
He's expecting that swing again.
They can shepherd them in.
And they've seen him. They've absolutely seen Kron, but this guy is ice cold. He knows that Som would have wanted a bit of that, so Kron gonna backpedal away slightly further. Good damage done. That should pretty much seal this round, secure it. 3 surviving for Fnatic if they can make it out. You're looking at Alpha here. Gonna be smoked through, and there it is. Boaster allowing the exit away from the site. Fnatic make it out with 3.
And a real chance for NRG to do some massive financial damage here, but maybe to escape with 3 weapons here. Boaster looking dialed in today. It looked like a nice clearance from the other angle here. Like I said, at the point at which Ethan's kind of locked out of this, it makes it really difficult for NRG to really contest ahead of this site hit. But again, with the Bulldog in backside.
This is a big purchase. Odin out for Brock, which, I mean, he's been notorious on, and the operator for Marder. This is a big investment, and I wonder how aware Fnatic are that this is going to be a go-to look for them.
Might have a TP sent up towards mid. Kayak's actually going to commit to that. Apply some pressure here.
Aldron should have seen it. I imagine Marder got to be locked in on this, got to be dialed in. Alpha is now watching this angle, and you can see the damage that could be done in a second. Has to fall away. Still fine, I guess, with the operator on 8 HP, but it's not the start they would have wanted. Mid one out by Fnatic.
Issue being, I was going to say, Boaster looked as if he was about to progress towards A main. Som has firm control over that area right now. Fnatic will regroup over towards mid, and actually a trade out of the spike here. Boaster will return to A main. And Ethan will be tested here, actually. Finds Kayak ahead of contact.
Yeah, that looked like just a little pixel angle on the corner. Maybe just had a little glance down, and managing to catch Kayak is a pretty big scalp to claim. And I love the fact that the extremities are held. This feels like NRG have prepped in this regard. Get them on deep lines here, but it takes patience. Reward for Marder.
After
a brutal beginning, now look at how hard it is to fall to these sites.
I think they're gonna try and wrap A here, I think.
It looks like that, the way they're trailing up towards that CT side, but again, that's 3 players you're coming up against, and you still don't have that full info on that A main push-up. And Scuba's already considering it. Smart work. This is just...
I mean,
so he looks spawn घुस गए पूरा.
Just gonna tuck into spawn here and hold on to what they've got.
And I feel like
a little rattled here by this exchange in the mid-round.
करने क्या वाले अभी ये लोग इधर से?
They don't have any tangibles to work upon.
But I feel like this is such a simplistic but great answer from NRG, and I want to see Fnatic adapt. There's nothing new about, okay, they're slow defaulting on us, they're working the map really late, cool, let's take a claim on the extremities. Let's take that map space, right? Deep lines with the operator, Som, lovely presence towards A main, and just try and not feed down middle, right? They've done this. So set the tone back here. There's what Ethan saw, wasn't much.
Well, actually, it gets onto the other angle.
Nasty.
To find the
spam.
That's the crucial kill here. That's, like I said, the spike's been traded off. They're actually setting up ahead of a site here. And the one, how many times do we talk about one kill changing the entirety of Fnatic's game plan?
Ooh, a little bit more committed from Marder this time, but smoked off. Fast pressure, B main. First time we're seeing this little bit of a tempo shift towards at least challenging earlier on B main. And this time, obviously, Marder not there. Nice shock dart, though.
Monaco retrieve the orb here. First time you're seeing a commitment of 3 actually outside B for NRG.
But I like this reclear from Brook. Well timed, but I don't think it's going to get the check under the box. Did he see him? No! Massive timing. That's lovely cerebral play from him. Tucked in the corner, waiting for that reclear.
And this is the checklist that you want to see Fnatic go through after they lose a few rounds to these extremities. Chronicle will hold on to the spaces. Actually, Fnatic make massive moves up mid.
But I think Ethan read that, so Brook now gets called into line. How do they want to face it? Falls away from that first contact towards Switch, playing deeper towards backside. TP gets considered, but actually cancelled. Still, slow and steady march from Fnatic here, but Brook is a problem to clear. Mouse one held down, it's just deleted Alpha. Big player out of this round, but quickly dealt with by Kayak.
Poster with the backstab here. Actually gets Ethan. We'll catch him.
Didn't expect that.
Still there.
He's only got a judge. I mean, I say that.
Well,
if they go through heaven.
If they drop through heaven here.
My God, they don't think Som's going to be here. They heard that TP earlier. He might have paid him like a fiddle. 14 seconds. Spikes down. Som. What a stop from him. And that's all he's got to do. Round 1. Perfect play from Som.
It's a roll of the dice from Fnatic. Again, I hate to come back to the same thing. They're on their feet already. But it's these situations where Fnatic will drift into a huge question mark on the map. And again, if you spread wide in this default, you have information across it. Like you noted, there was a TP earlier on. They know it wasn't committed to. It's just such a gamble, and it's something
so sick.
It's something we've seen Fnatic absolutely fumble repeatedly this year.
We were waiting for someone to exploit it. We were waiting for the team. Question marking, could it be with this IGL, this coach?
Fnatic timeout ले लो.
That's when Marder and Som standing up. I'm seeing Ethan grinning. I'm seeing that little grin on the face, because you know you've got them on that first step.
That's why I think Ethan is probably dialed into that. Okay, guys, in terms of the mental game, we're on top here. We are up so good right now.
But like, you're going to run a very classic style of approaching attacking sides, right? These slow works. Ethan's mind was built in that sort of cage, right? This guy knows how to handle this. Yeah. You roll your mind back and you flip his name backwards, you'll remember this guy's dealt with this for years. So again, I think that NRG could be the team to exploit it. Now, this is where the layers come in though, right? Fnatic have depth, they have a great coaching staff, they have a great IGL, and they got firepower. They need all of that. now. I don't want to see Boaster at the top of the board. That's great for him. Where's your Kron? Where's your Kayak? Where's your Alpha? Give me the big dogs back out here.
Well, and again, actually, to come towards the composition here on the attacking side in terms of how do you remedy this? How do you problem solve these sorts of issues when you've got Alpha on the stage where, again, yes, he can go forwards, but in terms of some of the plans we see here, Fnatic aren't really putting themselves in positions to take 2v2s, take 3v3s. They're looking for these solo kills.
timing
You can't play silly games like that. Peeking through the smoke was never going to be rewarded, but Brook trying to maybe levy that. Bit of damage from Cat. Does he catch the creep up? I don't think they've seen the player over towards Sabrosa, so there's a lot of players close by here. And I think Marder just put on notice a little. Kron absolutely outdoing him in that.
He's going to get caught by the drone here. The fragment in just to prevent it. That's it. The spam out is perfect.
Ethan in an arena, man. Just gets more and more dangerous, but a slow lean towards A, right? Slow work from that spike coming on over. But they got Stingers, Guardians, a much weaker purchase. And look who's ready. The Guardian of the A side, Som. Still got the Paranoia, still got the Judge. 40 seconds, a little earlier than normal. The Dart scans nothing.
Looking for a little bit of chip damage in here. The wall will go up, but it's removed immediately. Oh, the Judge Boaster's found one blind, though.
That's huge from Boaster. Aren't going to be in now.
Plant के बाद I guess Vice Cult आएगा.
Maybe you could pick. I mean, it's a Judge, so it's still not ideal.
Boaster trying to hold on to control here, but Ethan's found Alpha on the way in.
Okay,
Actually, commitment of the ult here.
They get out of it though. Boaster looking to shut them out as well. And Boaster again! Ridiculous! Both IGLs having to do so much here. Ethan and Brock on one side, Kron and Kayak on the other. Operator still in play for Kron. That's the back line. Darts here, Spike starting to tick though. They've got to make a move. And Kron digging deep. Starting this round and may just end it. Kayak!
Nice run. But timeout के बाद पता था ये round उनके पास ही जाएगा.
Absolutely. But a huge positive to come out of the timeout here and immediately see that response. Again, the game plan here for NRG is to concede this space. And the exchange, the exchange in mid, really, really awkward for NRG actually. It's Ethan committing the null command in a situation that's a little unorthodox, but maybe just to quell any sort of, rush with lesser weapons and for him to get overwhelmed in that situation. Will find their second. Chronicles.
Refire in the spam.
Yeah. Chronicles still on the operator as well.
I'd love to talk about that at some point. We see that kind of filtered through so many people's hands here. Marder on the adjustment too, playing off of Cat rather than middle. And look how deep NRG are sitting on this. Maybe re-clearing mid now, but Marder might just get face checked here. Fnatic slowly getting closer. And there it is, big shot from Alpha, better follow-up from Kron. Mid-clear, first challenge is found, the site's now vulnerable.
And Som still hopping about with the Judge over towards A here. Kayak going to spot out another player here, but will TP away.
It's still really on Som though, isn't it? The Paranoia goes in. You're not going to gap close now, that felt a little too far. And now the site's very open. There's the reaction from Fnatic, right? They found out their solution. And I guess it's digging deeper as well towards middle, willing to challenge this out. A couple of, I don't want to say missed shots from Marder, but outdone here.
No, but it's the isolation that's key, right? It's, like I said, Fnatic usually are looking to receive any sort of aggression on their attacking default. Here they are proactively clearing Marder in a couple of rounds now. I guess in terms of the bigger picture, right? Talking about Marder coming online early, but
Cool
now if Fnatic are able to continually isolate him, could be a concern to note. But actually, just out, sorry to butt in there. Kayak obviously using his ultimate here, but Fnatic looking very healthy in terms of this ult cycle. Will be a little ahead of NRG in that regard, and the funds now starting to dwindle a little bit.
Let's see if they can keep all of this. Nice from Scuba. Getting hold of one. Here the spike going off behind. Rashi's considering the hunt. He's had a quiet beginning, and it will stay quiet. Nice from Scuba. Really nice.
We'll give Scuba the ult as well, actually. On the back of that, the only one that's going to be available here. Marder one away from the knives.
Now,
Maybe
I'm almost
Sova
wanting a
ka ulte.
timeout back from NRG. It feels like this first step's been made by Fnatic. This is how they want to unravel middle. And it's worked, right? We've had a couple of rounds now. I think credit to Kron on some of this. Also Boaster on that kind of half fire as well.
I mean, the issue being as well, if Som's going to commit towards the judge, well, it has done for a couple of rounds now, if he can get isolated on either of those choke points, you can't really play the range there. So credit to Fnatic to identify that on the back of finding Mada as well. Because NRG, I think, probably commit an extra player towards B, potentially towards mid, knowing that late round Som was able to clean up effectively. But if he gets caught on door or anywhere towards the chokes, it's really, really difficult for him to anchor in that position.
No, and again, look, when we look at NRG, you've got to keep them in the conversation about being a high-tier team. They have to be able to adapt back here. It can't be a one-look approach. We know Fnatic have that depth. They've proven that time and time again. And again, highlighting this adjustment coming out is wonderful. They've broken the purchase now as well from NRG. There's going to be, what, those two remaining guns, right? We had the Odin, and I'm not seeing it land as much with Brock this time. I haven't seen it be as influential as it felt early on.
Sure. But I do want to come back to Chronicle sticking on the operator as well, knowing that he's going to
Fnatic
kind of be solo on these extremities. He can kind of play both sides of it, right? Pick up a very, very deep angle, wait for somebody to drift forwards, and punish that aggression, which is, I think, initially probably what NRG want to tap into.
Yes.
Certainly on the defensive side here. And we were talking before this started about in terms of the prep for NRG. There are certain elements of anti that you can put in place versus Fnatic, but they're so good at switching things up historically that it's not something you can just come in with a
one trick.
One trick that
मिड पे तीनों को देखो कैसे बैठे हैं भाई अबेन इस
will suit you for an entirety of a half.
It might get you 2-3 rounds.
Yeah.
Which is kind of where we're at right now. So this is now the test back, but this round, again, you're looking at the buy here. Chronicle, hyper aware. Obviously, the most they're coming up against is a couple of light shields.
Yeah.
So the Outlaw should be just fine. Beyond that, on the other side of things, as said, those two remaining weapons. Scuba still has the ult, and a couple of Sheriffs to round it out. But for Fnatic, it's Na'Vi-esque rounds, right? Slow, steady. You don't want to fall into a trap, which we know that NRG would happily run here. So, utility noted. Crashy's showing a bit of presence.
Got to deal with the wall as well here. Probably draw eyes from NRG. See on the other side, it's Poster and Alpha to look for potentially a counter swing.
That's a horrible outline I see on short as well.
Yes.
This.
Yeah.
Vile. Alpha. Ooh. This is sketchy, and Brock's got his first target. And that was the spike too. That's the problem here. But there needs to be some help. Counter paranoias from both sides. What is that? NRG! Bring down the Vice in middle, just crunching this out. And now it's just protect the spike. They can't get near it. Marta's trying to fire up as well. As Kron, he wants to keep that secure away. Smart work from him. Precious cargo there. And if he can get back to the Outlaw, he will. But NRG, lovely, lovely look.
Yeah, and it's the fact that the spike is noted at 27 seconds. And it goes down as the forward player. Like I said, it's Alpha and Boaster looking for something up here. The counter paranoia to slow down any further aggression. And nobody's in on B site, by the way. It was 3 players towards market. So NRG are immediately in position to capitalize on this. And that's the sort of game plan that's going to really, really test Fnatic here in the first half.
And look how fragile their money was. They can fashion together a weird purchase, but it's a frenzy with Boaster. At least a Vandal with Alpha, but that's about it. So a quick swing
you get
around.
flawless in your eco round for NRG, so it's just such a huge boost.
Ooh. First time we're seeing it this direct though, right? And Crash is taking a boatload of damage on the way from the shock darts on site. Ethan towards market. Marta on CT and Brock playing towards stairs. Fnatic being held in the choke. They can't really break in yet.
The reads are on point from
Look at
NRG
Som
right now.
up in middle as well. Love this. Tuck towards top mid. He's going to hear these rotations. So this is a big call coming out here if he can hear this. Again, arena stage, little different. So you've got to look at the other side of the map now. Scuba needs to be locked in. He is catching Boaster. This is perfect work. Again, NRG, I can't credit enough how well they're approaching this.
Absolutely.
This is just a checkmate again. Crashy's got to be so careful. Som's got his number on the other side.
Of course, it's Som on the other side of this as well. Fnatic, now 40 seconds left on the clock. Try and recover something, but you've noted it already. going to be in a position to hear this rotation.
And
See,
there
already
it is.
Alpha's made good progress, but not on
30
site
seconds
just
left.
yet.
And there's still a cross being watched as well. Scuba, yes, a little bit deeper now, but again, safe-ish pair of hands, 20 seconds. You've heard the rotations, and now he's been noted. Scuba does well to find the kill, and now they know the cross is coming in. It can be caught and punished. The perfect plan undone. NRG fully in control here. Fnatic being herded around the map like sheep. Grant could try and stand, but NRG, perfection. Love this.
And they need to find a way to punish this proactivity from NRG. 6-3
एनर्जी बहुत अच्छा
scoreline
खेल
now.
रहा है.
And another round where I'm not sure if Alpha's had his res for 2 or 3 rounds now. But if they want to actively go for an engagement here to try and swing the pendulum back in their favor, it has to come here in round 10.
I can't stress it enough, though, for Fnatic. This is their map choice. This...
I mean, it's looking very one-dimensional again from
Nada
Fnatic.
उधर क्या
We
कर रहा है?
credit the mid-rounds, but again, in terms of, oh, it's the attacking side, damage control, it's not enough for me so far.
Again, the protocol list here from NRG, I love. I can't say it enough. You're already looking towards that A side. You've got Som on a bit of a deeper line. Still keeps his paranoia in case he gets in trouble, but he's been playing up on this. Now, can Fnatic punish it?
Yeah, still just, even at this point, so many question marks. Kayak now dealt with in mid. Mada immediately able to disengage. A chance for the res
ठीक है
here.
भाई 9-3 लग रहा है मेरे को.
Come fairly early on in the round.
There's the
Hunter's
Hunter's
Fury here to
Fury.
counter.
Brock was ready for this one. Did get, I think, a tag on this. 2 tags, I'm pretty sure, and probably the spam. That's got to be a little bit worrying. They'll catch on Alpha on the way out, but we're about 45 seconds, and they haven't really
भाई
broken
ए
down
नहीं
the
कर
door yet.
सकते भाई
We've got
तुम लोग.
Marder on a deep line over towards
I was
B.
gonna say, look at wide
Frees
as
up
well.
rotation, and that is a problem. No matter how close you get, there is still an issue. They've actually snuck through.
Yes.
Kayak
Asa.
clearing through tree and getting close towards site, but the back line is not safe. Ethan's still here. It's a bit of a topsy-turvy round. They want the plant for something on their side. But
Nobody's
Brock,
holding.
what is that? No way! Of Fnatic making these mistakes, and Brock is breaking their back. That's unreal. You don't see that level of error.
बोला था भाई
Fnatic look
9-3.
flustered, Mike.
Absolutely locked out of
10
this half
seconds
now.
left.
Crashy's last one alive, but going to find a consolation at least. NRG really too interested in feeding any further into this. NRG will find another round here, 7-3 the scoreline, but outside of that, the bigger picture, certainly winning in terms of the mental here at this opening map.
Alpha, 3 kills, Kayak, 5, Kron, 7. I mean, it's not
I mean,
terrible. but
Crashy's in a 1 and 8.
ये मस्त था भाई.
Very,
बहुत
very
One
proficient here on
कोई
Ascent in
देख ही नहीं
particular.
रहा था ऊपर.
Yo, Brock.
NRG, yeah, look very comfortable up on the stage.
What a starting move from them. Their opening foray into this has sent a loud message to Fnatic. They are ready, and they absolutely know
ये
what
round
you're
भी
up
गया.
to.
Fnatic really haven't shown much in terms of versatility here. And if they can recover this to potentially 4 or 5 rounds, but they'll do it here with just a hero rifle for Crashies. Sheriff's elsewhere. Ethan going to punish Kayak once more up mid.
Get
Alpha
around.
fun.
Hold on.
Walk, not noted just yet, yeah.
Oh, the timing, man. You can't get away from it. Crashy's still...
So- oh my
Oh, dude, I doubted it earlier and look at it now. The Odin just filthy on the spam. So now Kron already considered. And welcome
भाई
to
ये
Odin
क्या
play,
spam
baby.
है
It's 4
भाई?
kills. And it's light work for Brock. I don't think he saw 3 of them.
Last round before the switch.
Certainly twisting the knife now. Fnatic have to freeze behind the vice ball here, just wait to stack up potentially on the back of the paranoia, but there's not enough time to do that versus Raw.
भाई मत कर मत कर मत कर.
Well, I think certainly at least here in the opening half of
भाई
this
लग
series,
जाएंगे
Mada
जैसे PRX के लगे थे.
potentially a question mark again, numerically not necessarily reflected here, but looking very comfortable. Mada again on the hunt.
High risk,
And that's
high
the sort of thing,
reward.
definitely feeling it, to be put in a position like that.
And why not? Get in their face, make it hurt, remind them that they are mortal. Boaster is desperately trying. You actually can't even question him. He is trying his heart out here. But down to 3, finally Fnatic have an advantage up on 4. Breaking through on towards the B side, fighting forward. Crashy's gonna take away Ethan. Now you gotta look at the last 2. Scooper and Brock are locked out of this site and the spike is clearing through steadily.
No chance of the res coming through here. Fnatic's just gonna freeze to secure the kill, wait for a smoke. Cover across here. Chronicle will find the plot.
भाई ये क्या spam कर रहा है कब से भाई?
Lose this round is so essential, so critical. Kron still has ult. There it is, nicely timed. I think they can get one out. That's it. So you still got Brock here. Gonna invest the ult. Why not? Maybe clear backside. Doesn't get the tag, so it implies this up close play from Kron. Late investment from the wall. Lovely from him. And look how disconnected you've got Boaster here. Super deep as Kayak actually not looking so pretty. 10 HP gets cleared. No way. Chronicle needs to be the backbone here because Scuba has slipped ahead, but he's been fouled. Classic form from Chronicle at the end there. Late scoreline should shake Fnatic.
Certainly going to be feeling good in terms of the recovery here to at least get it to this point. They get Mata in this last round. The flash is perfect as well, by the way. If he's not caught immediately, he can shut this entire play down.
No, the plan has looked good. Initially from NRG, they've staked their claim 8 rounds. That is a big, big statement to start with on a map that sat incredibly well historically for Fnatic. Now we need to see what the bounce back looks like. So while we wait for the second half, we're going to check in with Lou and hear from Fnatic's Superstar.
Et bonjour l'Accor Arena, bonjour et bienvenue, welcome everyone to our big arena here in Paris, and look who I have with me, the best sub in Paris, Doma. It's a pleasure to have you here first of all, and the first question I wanted to ask you is, I think you did the guys the best gift, right, by qualifying them to the top 3, subbing in and stuff. You might have thought that you were going to chill at home watching champs and stuff, so how does it feel, you know, being a part of it and seeing the boys on the big stage?
I mean, obviously, I played already in champs.
But yeah, I mean, it feels
good. It was a big shock getting to stay here. But yeah, I mean, overall, super nice.
Super nice, and everyone is proud of you too. Donc première question, t'as peut-être cru que t'allais pouvoir chiller à la maison, regarder les champions tranquilles, et finalement t'en fais partie. C'est toi qui as qualifié les garçons ici au top 3, donc qu'est-ce que ça fait? C'est un feeling incroyable, j'ai déjà joué aux champions, mais là c'est spécial. C'était un gros choc pour moi d'être appelé pour jouer, donc évidemment très fier. And not only the boys, but also Alfire owes you on this one. So, you know, how did he thank you after that victory, and why do you think he will be in his prime today?
I mean, he thanked me by giving me a big hug when I came back to the prank room. Obviously, me and him are friends from last year. We spent the whole month in Korea, so we know each other really well. And yeah, I mean, just a big hug and a thank you.
Yeah, big hug and thank you. And why will he be in his prime?
I mean, I think it feels bad a bit for him for missing the last game, you know, failing the boys, not being able to play, so I think he'll just be in the zone today and absolutely farm it.
He wants to show it even better. Donc deuxième question, Alpha qui n'était pas là, comment il t'a remercié? Il m'a fait un énorme câlin quand on est rentré dans la prac room, on est potes depuis Séoul, on a passé beaucoup de temps ensemble et je pense qu'il va être à son prime parce que ça lui a manqué de jouer la dernière game et donc il va tout nous donner aujourd'hui. Thank you Doma for joining me, and now let's see if Alpha can take the win on Ascent.
अरे भाई इसको लाइव कर दे तो ये पीछे चल रहा है ना थोड़ा.
Well, look, Fnatic have turned some games around.
So, yes, goes without saying that they have, I mean, cemented themselves as the kings of. Kind of dipped their toes in a very different composition, which we know is heavily antied, which almost forced the hand of Fnatic, right? So we are certainly still looking for the next sort of level for this composition, but NRG looking to strike while the iron is hot.
Yeah, straight up the guts here. No messing about. Scuba, Marder, the clear wall early. And I like this early conditioning, early checking of utility, kind of establishing.
भाई कुछ पता नहीं है भाई Fnatic commit के बारे में.
Behind this, I do wonder if they still continue to try and split towards market or even look for a pick on Crashies.
Yeah, Crashies is about to drift onto this angle. Big information here. I'm not sure what he's seen on the other side of that, but certainly will put Fnatic onto high alert here.
स्पाइक
And look, I was
अभी भी
Connects
एक ही
on,
तरफ है भाई.
Yeah, I was complimenting before NRG taking space on the extremities. Have to do the same for Kayak as well, seeing a little bit deeper
भाई
on
रीड
towards that
थोड़ा
B main
गलत हो
side.
रहा है
So if
गलत.
they carry on this pathing, look at the choke point. It's a brutal crossfire, but I love this reclear potentially. As long as NRG can stay stable here and no one reclears them, rechecks on this, it's a crunch on Kayak. Whether he lives or dies by this could define the round.
भाई
And the knife
Fnatic
goes
के
in,
पास भी
Kayak
गलत
does
रीड है भाई
live.
गलत.
He takes down one, that's a spike spotted. Looking for a bomb, he
Oh,
finds it. Marta finally has to get involved. But this is still a great start from him. And now you're looking at who's tucked on the side. It's Kron, the man who was present.
What?
Gets beheaded, but wait, it's just Brock. Oh, hold on.
Just Brock.
Yeah, my bad. I take it back already. Boaster on 15. Alpha still standing.
10 seconds
Gap being closed. They're already close towards the site. Pause for thought.
भाई इसके पास हील नहीं है शायद.
Second.
वेट कर रहे.
Alpha clearing through. Has a look. Timing here. 7 seconds on dot. Did he get seen? I don't think so.
Does have a chance to ping here. I'm not sure if Fnatic is
They're-
trying to buy some time
Where
for
do
the heal
they think
here.
he is? They are taking so long on this. Are they waiting on this heal?
I
to
think they
come
might
back
be
through?
waiting for the heal, but there's going to be so much time passed here.
Have they waited too long, Mike? I'm nervous, and so was Brock. Caught in indecision. Fnatic flourish.
I think Brock is expecting them to be slowly making progress towards site here, but by the time the penny drops,
Unreal.
अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा
a
था
few
ये.
seconds left to spare here. Again, I didn't catch when the heal was used actually in the mid-round
No.
there, but maybe just waiting on potentially the smoke come up, then thinking I've only got another 10 seconds to wait out.
But
But I
these
mean,
two,
Kayak does so well to avoid this paranoia. Again, does get wrapped through market, but meanwhile, Crashy's a boaster.
There it was.
Both, yeah, just finding kills at the right moment of the round where NRG are basically about to plant the flag.
yeah, it's madness, right? Now, nice little buy up here. On the other side, just classics. So, expectation-wise, Fnatic could make it up to 6. And we know this, right? This team, it's a round-by-round affair. But that end, it's not completely quelled my worries.
Well, you say round by round, it's half by half. For me, again, sometimes the half-time score doesn't mean anything for Fnatic, but certainly seeing a lot of positives in terms of the preparation that NRG are displaying.
भाई फुल रीड है भाई. एक की तरफ आगे सारे.
Alpha looking to try
only
and
got
stand
a
his
sheriff
ground
too.
here. Yeah, does have crashes.
Nice flash.
Close proximity. The flash is good, but Marta actually caught off guard.
I like how much they're trying to chase him down, right? They've got the pressure. They can probably get a plant from this. Nice little reveal, though. Crash, he's a boaster. Doing damage. Nice work.
Down A.
Farming this up. Not too many threats here. Some.
You got to know Som's in a smoke somewhere.
Or a cove.
Yeah.
I mean...
Well, he's
भाई
actually got
Som.
All right. All
That's
good.
a
All
killer.
standing. Nice from Fnatic. NRG investing nothing into that, so not too much to worry about in that regard. Brought back to business, I guess, on the Odin. You want to see how well
भाई
this
ये
applies
भाई दोनों को मारा था इसने.
on this side.
Certainly, yeah. I think what's key here is if NRG can really establish themselves in terms of early round protocols here on the buy round to really force Fnatic into making decisions, not allowing them to sit back and, I guess, absorb some of these late round hits. And initially did see a positive with them very, very quickly on the pistol round, making that statement towards market. Alpha looking for a spam here.
They're fast up cap, though. He's got to be careful crossing back through. I mean,
Look at the comparison of attacking defaults here. Actually got one player committed towards mid here for Fnatic, at least deep in towards spawn. Chronicle maybe looking for something on the back of the wall. But baited out very early, ahead of the minute mark here, so plenty of options for NRG.
well, just, I think, invested over towards A as well from Alpha. So that's going to at least
B पे
maybe
जा सकते
summon
हैं.
Bay for a while. Tucked into the corner on the bonus round. They've got to be careful about this one. Confirmation in towards B main, but they've got to know someone's near here. What do they have to... Maybe a flash to clear this? Looking at maybe Ethan on that one. Maybe the knife close. Knife further away, and this plays in Chronicle. Great first does get found. Good trade there, nice spacing. Not going to let it go too scary and sketchy on this. Kayak going to have
भाई
to sit back
उसने
a little
बस एक
deeper.
फायर
Give
करके
this up.
छोड़ दिया
They
था
can't
भाई.
30 seconds
afford
left.
too many losses. They
इसका
want to make
उल्टा
it go
जाएगा
at this
अभी.
one.
No, this will actually give Borg his ultimate as well, so
Damn.
a huge tool to potentially fend off Fnatic here ahead of the retake. He's going to full send it.
Yeah, but also keep in mind what Scuba's up to. If he goes for that late presence, I'm curious if he's just waiting for a flank. It's Kayak to kick things off, though. Brock goes down, and now Marta needs to take a glance here. Oh,
Good shot,
Scuba's
bhai.
gonna move.
Wait, Scuba? Som's got to live, though. Som's got to do something. Som's back in smokes. This guy, maybe a little bit better equipped, though, but Scuba on that back line now makes his presence known. Finding one,
What's up?
finding two! He may not be the OG smoke criminal, but he's looking like he's up to the moniker. Slips away. Crash is still alive. But Crashy's fast to this one. Scuba!
भाई
Big
स्कूबा
flank,
ने बढ़िया
big
भाई
play.
रोलर किया भाई.
Looking comfortable on the big stage.
Costed an awful lot here in terms of casualties. I think here what's key is
Some
the
dude
mitigation of
smoking
Kayak taking this space in main. They wait so
do
long to set
round.
up in market to actually make sure you do it. But difference being Kayak actually has the TP in this round. The pistol he didn't. He was fully committed to that deeper position.
Player standing.
But Som doing wonders from the smoke again. But Scuba, actually, you almost think he's left it too late. Once four players can get
they're on
onto site, but they can't find Som.
Which is such a lovely little way to play that out. But is that a pace change? No, okay, kind of slowed down a little. Maybe the knife just hindering that quick hit they were going for. But it looks like wrecked. Wall looking to be cleared too. This time,
नहीं
the
वाल
other
क्लियर
side
नहीं
of
हुआ
this.
शायद.
Marta could be very alone if he goes through that choke.
Yeah, I'm curious of when NRG are going to try and prioritize towards either Boast or Alpha. In terms of this early round, in terms of going through the motions and that leapfrog sort of approach. Kayak, though, he's just desperate to find something in mid.
He's been starting to heat up a bit as well, though. Aldron gets dealt with, so he does get played in. And there it is, another shot!
It's a headshot, by the way.
Kayak.
Now, Kayak's been absolute filth in these
What the
rounds. This guy is something else. 2 big kills at 45 seconds. The round might be wrapped up here. Alpha in a deeper angle. Ethan kind of almost drawn in by the paranoia, but they're still firing. Now they still break it back in. Boaster's had enough, but he goes down as well. They are scrapping this out. But Kayak
30 seconds left.
has been the start and end of these rounds, and he catches Som. None the wiser. But Scuba. Oh dear. Oh dear! You don't get to miss against the king! Kayak brings it down perfectly. Fnatic, you gave him an inch, and they are starting to claw back in.
Certainly seeing them
भाई बोला
start
था
to
मत कर.
stabilize here. Kayak
देगा
is
उनको
just
खेलना आता है कि
so
नहीं.
pixel perfect with
He is.
this weapon, time and time again. With the third round here in the second half of Fnatic, NRG going to be broke in terms of the purchase here. Will force a timeout as well. Be a little off kilter in terms of the ults, but potentially for the next buy here. I mean, Marta being the one
मैंने
that's
अपना रैंक क्यों खोल रखा
hopefully
है?
the one you'd have online come round 4 at this
Sure,
scoreline, certainly. But Kayak, that's his available. Boaster and Crash is just one away. Like I said, NRG made really, really good inroads early on here, the first couple of rounds, but they need to deal with Alpha and Boaster. There needs to be some sort of pressure towards these players to open up more options. We're talking about NRG, their game plan basically lives or dies by options across the map. Like I said, coming forward, dealing with the Vise wall, big tick in the box, but what's the next
भाई
piece?
एक ही
Yeah,
राउंड
where's that
जीत
next
पाए ये
step?
लोग और उन्होंने
Something they'll be
कितना राउंड
considering
जीता? 3
now
राउंड जीता
during
ना?
this timeout. A couple more seconds on it, but just to kind of roll it back here, we've been talking about Marta and we've been enjoying what he's been bringing, but to flip the script,
चलो
I
भाई
don't think
हाफ
people have
टाइम
even
के
seen
बाद
the peak of
फेनेटिक का
Kayak yet.
कमबैक.
We've seen
No,
glimpses in maybe
We've
ILs,
seen,
like,
we've seen rounds potentially, but I don't, in terms of form and consistency, I still don't even think
we don't know the best of him yet. And again, he was having to fill some big shoes, right? Coming into this in the place of one of the greats.
Some of the biggest shoes.
Yes, Durka was, as said, one of the most iconic players. And he's starting to heat up here, Kayak, so let's keep an eye on him. Again, it's a slow and steady start. It's 13 to 14. It's not exactly, lighting the world on fire, but, I mean, did you miss last round? It's pretty solid. And again, he just likes his name up in lights, apparently. How long does he stay around, though? Time to back away. Smart choice. And Nachi did take,
भाई
obviously,
कुछ भी
Marta down
डैमेज
with
नहीं
him.
हुआ ये लोग.
Oh, I've actually got some behind him there. Walk able to find the trade. Scuba potentially going to get wrapped here.
No,
Oh,
crashes,
भाई
नाइफ
crashes,
मत कर
crashes,
मत कर.
crashes. Nah, man.
jump scare in short. It's just Brock left to find. Oster.
There we go.
Shut it down. NRG
Right
unable
back,
to
Mike.
find anything on a scrappy purchase or a lesser purchase than Fnatic.
9-8 now. All of that fun being had on that first half. Suddenly, you gotta wake up here. It's been one round so far. Rather, obviously, similar to the first. But still, 9-8.
Also, just take a look at how
the
Fnatic
ults.
are sitting. In terms of this ult cycle,
Bloody hell.
this is to tie it up as well. And NRG, well, Som and Scuba at least have theirs. Marta still 2 away. Got another early challenge here, but Kayak's actually hit very quickly on the operator.
No way! He got caught!
Khatam.
Ethan puts him to his grave, but they have to scatter. Crashies posting this from afar, and Alpha still on the site! Back-to-back damage! 2 big kills, and he falls deeper. Drop the spike down on towards short. They're gonna make NRG work for this.
Got a full 30 seconds until the next heal is here for Alpha, though.
He's gonna be
They
lost
would
to
have
that.
put
Yeah,
And the smoke, yes, perfect placement on that one. Actually worked out really well as it plumed, still able to be checked. So a 3v3. Finding stability, but again, the post plant, looking at the util. Still trying to play Som in here. He decides against sticking around too long.
very few ways back into this for Fnatic unless they can find a kill, but Som in a disgusting off angle. Scuba a little bit disconnected. Ball playing on site as well.
Got back in, getting ready. Ah! You gotta keep it in mind, man. And for Boaster, that's probably frustrating again. Maybe considering, is this worth it? Are we close enough to be able to go for this? It might be just time to cancel and save here.
Yeah, just hold on to what Chronicle and Crashies have got.
नाइस रन
And
भाई
a big
अच्छा निकाला है
opportunity in
इधर
terms of the ults here. Hunter's Fury, like you said, forced NRG to scatter, but not necessarily amounting to too much. Alpha, unfortunately, played out in terms of the res.
Yep.
Chronicle will retrieve the goods on short here. It's unfortunate for Kayak. I think he's just overwhelmed. I said the first time that NRG have really gone barreling towards short. Previously, Boaster and Alpha both had freedom there to kind of post up, play a little, actually further back, but Kayak tries to capitalize on that by going forwards.
And it's still crazy after the early damage we saw Alpha do that this ended this way in my head as well, right? It's just like, I feel like you can kind of half this round and see it very differently, but still plenty of ults to be played with. Obviously, Crashy's investing his
भाई ये
Scuba
क्या
as well,
स्पैम कर
but
रहा है भाई ऐसा सोगा
plenty in hand for Fnatic, but NRG have broken into double digits. This is a huge scoreline to build with.
One away from Ethan's ultimate. Said Marta still not quite there. Kayak this time around will resort back to presence in B main, and a third player committed towards this
Up
A
किधर है
side
इनका?
hold actually.
बी पे
And just maybe keeping in mind that Ethan potentially could throw his ultimate in the mix. LG with freedom once more, but they will drift onto this deep angle of Kayak, who will punish.
That's
Now
a
starting to
threat.
find his groove, his rhythm a little bit.
And I like the awareness coming up from Crashies too, just sitting a bit deeper here. NRG looking for some opportunities, right? Looking for options potentially. Slipping that net. Pressure shown towards short. NRG about 40 seconds now. This is a 3-play stack on A, so gotta be careful about this.
Ethan conscious
भाई
of
क्राइसिस
catching a
जब
rotation
इधर
here,
देख
but
रहा है पूरा
Crashies, I don't think he's going to
30
be
seconds left.
too eager to re-clear back towards mid. Have good utility coming into the late round here. LG look as if they're drifting towards A though.
That's 3
Now,
players.
does Ethan catch Crashies off later?
That is going to be a factor. Keep in mind towards that. They're popping up towards Heaven, but Chronicle very well positioned. Good trade. And Ethan caught him. You're absolutely right. But they have to keep going this way. 6 seconds. It's so late. They're doing it Fnatic back to them. But no one does it better than Boaster. Drops the spike and gets Fnatic around.
Absolutely disgusting.
बूस्टर ने वो लास्ट वाला
A
क्या
stray bullet catching for Boaster will seal the deal. Like you said, it's so late in the day. It's the first time NRG have really
Player standing. Spike down.
भाई वो स्पैम में आ गया भाई
filthy to close out the night for Fnatic. But it's the first time NRG have really struggled to get
भाई
their
अभी
teeth into something
एनर्जी का राउंड है उन पे चार
in the
चार
second
अल्टे भाई
half. Again, losing out in a couple
Kova
of
का
gunfights here and there, but so slow to approach the previous round now. Marder, knives in hand. In no command, Hunter's Fury here, big round for NRG.
Again, just the additional body on A so early. 3 players again. You can already see the Kron still up towards Heaven here. We've got a quick pop towards Cap though, or up short, should I say.
Good timing on the slow though from Alpha.
Marder, hindered again. Slowed down in multiple ways. There's no access for him yet. Still looking to break in now. Double stacked up though. You can see the sight. There's a deadly duo, high and low, Alpha and Kron. I don't fancy it either, but he goes for the shotgun and it's not going to work out. But then you look at the layers to this coming in from NRG. Swarming the site, much pacier, quicker. Boaster, can you do it again though? Found 2 before. Spam in, flashed off. They're still fighting for this, no comfortable plant yet.
Scuba finally making the crossover, but Kayak now look to apply some pressure here with the operator.
They're looking to pre-take on this potentially. No,
अभी
just still
तक प्लांट
pressuring.
हुआ नहीं है भाई
I mean, NRG don't have to make a move just yet, but
Darts here, careful, that spam's on the way! You gotta know it by now! Brock's gonna deliver
30
bullets!
seconds left.
The second they get that up, and Kayak has to
spam करता है।
cancel now. It's Jame time, we're out of here. There's no going back into that site.
played so well from NRG though, not to commit a player,
Dangerous, man.
not to commit a player towards the spike plant though,
Yeah.
until they feel absolutely confident. I think waiting on the recon, that's ultimately what they're waiting to punish Fnatic on. Poised for a pre-take, but held out here. Played really, really well by NRG. And this is actually with, like I said, Alpha getting his slow orb off at the perfect time, but there's nobody to challenge onto these early angles, so NRG are able to flood through so easily.
Yeah, I really want to give credit for that, almost like pause, right? Because there's always that temptation, just get the plant, get it done, let's, you know, get into the post, we could get a man to the good. But again, that diligence, that capability to just slow matters down a little. And while we say this, they are closing in to try and get this weapon away from Kayak. And I don't think he knows how close Scuba is. Kayak's
भाई गिरा दिया ऑफ के लिए भागे थे भाई ये लोग
teeing themselves up for 12.
And Olds still looking
Chalo,
healthy
chalo, match
for
point.
Fnatic, but the purchase, not so much. Alpha, let's see how it settles here, but I said I was asking for NRG to ultimately apply some pressure towards short, towards A side. Again, earlier on in the round. See how now they're starting to capitalize on it's that early work that
These guys are actually so pissed.
The attitude seems right from NRG too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, look at the arena, right? It's a different step up. Now, yes, we've spoken about Ethan being in these environments
ये
before,
round match
but
point
the other guys, some of them, like, okay, Som you can kind of throw into that list too, but so for the other guys, this is kind of scary, but they sound so calm.
yeah.
Super, super calm
I think
about
that
it.
also that's the benefit of like Ethan's presence in comms on the stage, on your side of the stage. It's just such a calming factor
For sure.
for any roster. But certainly NRG stepping up to the plate here. The opening map of this series. Like I said, there are players, well, teams, yes, but players that live or die by this sort of pressure. So to see them the way they are on stage, certainly a big positive here. Only going to be a couple of weapons invested here for Fnatic.
I think that's their last time out, right?
Yeah.
All right, boys, let's see what you got. So many ults to play with, too. I feel like they've just been building up for so long. Alpha trying to make a play here towards middle. Not being given much, though. And again, that spam is so oppressive. But Kayak gonna pluck Marder out of the pack here. First blood drawn, but
I was going to
भाई
say he actually gets caught there in the suppression, so he can't TP away. Great isolation from NRG. But Alpha, he's actually slipped the net. He's got a ton of space to play into. Ethan, seemingly aware of the possibility. Som also, who's got his TP, so able to regroup if needs be.
Fnatic on those refights, man. Trying to find something. Just confirming attendance, too, that they are going to be stuck towards that B main
भाई
area.
बी जा रहे हैं ये लोग
Alpha begging for the chance.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful if you're Som on the... Oh, the timing.
Just giving it up.
Yeah, and look at this. He was just here. Ships in the night almost. And Alpha, he's getting closer. They've got to be aware there's a chance of this, right? They've got to know there is a potential that Alpha is right behind you.
There's no wall on the flank.
No one is going to deny this. Alpha could be on for an absolutely mad one. Too many targets, too little time. He hits and runs. 20 seconds. He's already broken their backs here. They have to go forward.
Aaron always going to land perfectly for Boast as well to slow things down. Create a little more pressure. Still 2 players on site, by the way.
10 seconds, they gotta go now. Fnatic still just trying to dig in deep here. They get cleared. Riz comes in. Fnatic fancy this one. They're going for it. Plants in play though, they can't deny that now.
Kayak actually did get an upgrade here.
Oh, the counter ult at this time? Oh no, Fnatic. Ults on ults, Mike. They're investing everything.
It's quite early on though, and Fnatic have got weapons now.
But Som's in a smoke. You know what happens here? Scuba trying to just maybe soak some of those bullets as well. But Fnatic are at the door. They need to break this one down. They need to do it now. Time is starting to run low. It's now or it's never, and Kayak leading the pack. Good trades, better kills.
अच्छा निकाला Fnatic ने.
Just an insane round to pull off.
मैं थोड़ा लेट कर सकता
And
था.
Alpha plays this perfectly. As in, no utility to identify his flank coming early enough, but doesn't commit. Gets one, gets out.
God, that is resilience there, isn't it?
Again, plenty of options here. Kayak has his ult up as well, so.
What are you doing, bro? We're coming back now.
Well,
I've heard him say
here
it
first.
before.
Yeah.
I've heard him say that, and he certainly wasn't lying, but it's 11-10. NRG are still up, still in the lead, still with a bye. But Fnatic have one back finally. They've got themselves back in a good financial position. Operator in the hands of Kayak. He's got his ult.
No ultimates available for NRG either. Kayak looking to maybe send out a probe into mid here, but down to 73 HP already. Kept in check. Actually takes another couple of attacks here.
They're up for a brawl, up for a biff. And that, well, Alpha didn't need the paranoia. But now there's a little bit of trouble for Boaster, has to get away, and he does so.
Able to slow things down though with the wall and the slow orb. Kayak's over here now to kind of offset this a little bit with the operator. I don't think they know they're going to be walking into op on shore.
I think they're going to find out pretty soon. Kayak decides against even breaking the Eldra and just sits on a deeper line. And Boaster, well,
भाई
he
Booster
checked
को नहीं
Emperor above
पता
the
भाई.
smoke. I think you're going to figure it out soon enough. Boaster's got him pinned dead to rights if he plays that out. But Alpha's still waiting on the site, looking to roll the dice here. Can they get the synergy right? Kayak wants to get involved as well. Make sure they're not alone in this. Isolating Brock. Late strike from Boaster. Reading Som's play here. Now Scuba and Ethan, this is a tough one. A 2v4. Would love a freebie early. Not going to get it this time.
30 seconds left.
Forced into a really awkward plant spot as well. Just being smothered on the site right now.
5 seconds for the knife, still got a flash. Scuba basically fresh out at this point. Knows there's at least one toward main, potentially two. A gamble on someone being towards short. And Ethan's looking for someone to play ahead, give them a chance, but Chronicle doesn't make mistakes. And 1 HP was
Nice.
never
Nice.
gonna be enough.
11.
Fnatic
मजा आ रहा है
right
भाई.
back at the door again. 11-11.
भाई मेरे
Make a wish,
भाई स्ट्रीम
NRG.
स्नैप मत कर
Alpha's
भाई.
up out of his seat.
Finally getting that momentum in their favour. NRG, though, are fighting tooth and nail in some of these situations. Marta, unfortunately, being picked apart in terms of these opening engagements now. And NRG can't springboard off that. You can see the pause behind when that kill's occurring. I think that's where they're struggling a little bit. Again, seeing a 7-17.
What you doing?
It's not necessarily, the numbers aren't the concern, but the fact that NRG can't capitalize on Marta throwing his life on the line to get themselves into a position that they can push forwards.
Well, we're looking at two very different upswings here, right? Kayak on a real high note now, 18-18, starting to really prove his worth, show that danger. It's not going back in for more. There is, are you serious? They want to maybe get that wall dealt with. There we go. A little bit dangerous to go for it again. Speaking of danger, man, we're just shoulder checking out here. What is that from Som? Sensational, picking up two there, beautiful control. But now the scramble from Fnatic. NRG now 5v3, and this could be that 12th round.
Drone won't spot anything here. Chronicle, look about it. He's actually found the spike.
That's a huge pickup there. Som does have his TP though, so if they need it, there is still that opportunity for a safe pair of hands. But Marta, you need to activate now. We've been calling you out. Where are you? There you are, ringing the bell of Chronicle. But a 2v4. Kayak on the site.
भाई ये ऑफ शॉट में
Again, NRG are going to freeze and wait
मैटर
for
करेगा
Fnatic
भाई,
to make
अगर
a
एक
move. Or
बुलेट हो
potentially
गया
catch
ना
somebody in transition.
Spike drop.
The Kayak,
Oh my god, why do I feel there's something
yeah,
about to happen?
50 HP. He would have to go
पता नहीं क्यों लग रहा है ये बुलेट
absolutely
होगा.
insane here.
But look at the position from Crashes too. This isn't a bad read. This isn't a bad call, but he's been spotted. Great selection. Surely that paranoia is going to be perfect. He's been dealt with, cleared. The back line, still a problem. Crashes, can you bury them in the jersey you once wore? A 1v3 is not going to happen. NRG up to 12.
In a must-win scenario in terms of the finances here. The culmination of the
भाई
first
लग
map in
गए
this
थे अभी
series.
एनर्जी के भाई सॉम ने क्या निकाला ये
It's
Oh, that
just
control, man.
beautiful from Som. Yeah, he's been playing the looser side of this
Come on,
pressure
Adam.
towards
Come
A.
on, bro. Take those fights, bro. They're not good.
Trying to get that confidence up, and I love that though. Trying to get Marta feeling out the game a bit, feeling himself, taking aggressive fights, backing your own number. Speaking of that, does he do it again up against Alpha?
Oh!
He does! Spoken into existence by Som, it works.
I think it's Marta who's definitely talking to.
100%.
Remove Alpha. No chance of the res here. Fnatic will have to play
भाई
out for
सॉम
Crashes
कितना
and down on the
काम
Guardian as well. Can they find a recovery here to force an overtime? Ethan will get his own off of this orb.
अभी
Marta
क्यों
has to be
अल्ट है
careful. Kayak is all the way
So
up towards
close.
top mid. He's just giving up the angle.
Timing, Kayak.
Oh
He's gonna
my
hear it all.
god.
He's gonna hear everything.
Oh,
Every single
can he
step.
catch them though?
Look at the scramble. He might be able to get behind them here. He does! And on the back lines, he thrives. Finding two, gets out, damage done.
Fnatic now in a position to greet anybody that progresses into B main, but now NRG left to
भाई
scramble.
सब
Where'd you
भाई
go
रीड
now?
नहीं है भाई
It's
इन पे
guesswork, right? You're trying to
भाई
catch him in rotation.
अच्छा
Maybe
रीड है
catch
अच्छा
him
रीड है
on the off chance here.
जाओ जाओ ए जाओ ए जाओ
Oh,
Oh my god.
just because the smoke was
30
fading.
seconds left.
Didn't want to give it up. Re-smoke towards short. But look who's back here. The man they can't escape from. The man who already got to. Who might have just scrapped their chance of closing in regulation. But they go heaven. They try and path away. Boaster might be heard on this. The paranoia. Not going to find it. They're slightly ahead. 13 seconds. It's
what?
a miss. Scuba makes a meal of it. But 9 seconds on the plant. Som still standing. Brock by his side. It's just going to be Som. Are we going OT already? Som trying to stand against the odds. Pops up a smoke, but this time, how much can he do? Not
ब्रो
enough.
एंटी यार
Fnatic taking us the distance in map 1.
Kayak threads the needle in
Got
this
it.
round,
भाई
Lauren.
काया के वो
Got it
दो
from
किल
a
भाई
rookie,
बहुत
no
अच्छे थे
less.
That sort of play to force overtime here. After
God.
conceding the first kill,
That
Alpha
takes
falls
guts, man.
so early for free.
Take a risk, take a chance. Look what he did to him, Mike. You don't see that from just any player. That takes a lot of guts to go for. It's one of those that can make you look silly if it goes wrong, get caught in that weird timing. He's up for it, showing caliber today. 12-12.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Come on. Keep saving my ass. Keep saving my ass. Let's go.
I love that, Alpha. He's fine, man. He's doing his job. But NRG, it's a wake-up call, right? This is caliber teams. This is big boy players. They've been here before. They felt the pressure of these stages. Now, can you live up to it as well?
भाई पहला मैच ही ओटी
Chance to maybe catch your breath here. Maybe an opportunity to pressure towards A here, but the dart is dealt with. Probably a big indicator for Fnatic.
There.
On a call. Forced a little deeper in regulation, at least earlier on the attacking side.
Well, he was kind of the spark that got things started again. for
Certainly was,
Fnatic.
yeah, when NRG continued to
Yeah.
test him. Now actually, further test potentially going towards Marda, who's picked up the pace a little bit. Gets on the back of Som's pep talk.
This is a deadly line, though.
I mean, Bork's already making his way across here as well.
Gonna just post in like maybe a dart just to see. I mean, it's gonna see a whole lot now, but the line gets broken. They just kind of disrupted it. So now there's a problem. Scuba can't really get out of here, but can anyone then punish on the play through? Not really. Brook's fallen. Marta's still standing, and Scuba got to fall away, turns away. And now Marta on the site. We want big things. He's got to deliver in these big moments. Kayak has already proven that validity. On the other side now, a little pinned in by Switch, but they're waiting for an overstep. See if anyone with their challenge from CT, they don't. Marta trying to draw eyes towards him. 7 bullets, and he was blind. I don't know from where at this point, but Marta, a lovely reposition. It's perfect from Marta, but Crash is now the 1v2 on the right side. Marta, left side Ethan. He's done so well, but it's too little, too late. Ethan,
nice, nice
The
round.
flash came over the top of B main from Ethan to play in the swing
That
from
was a
backside.
flash from
yeah,
Ethan?
I just caught it on the mini-map. It flies all the way over.
That's
absolutely
nuts.
Beautiful.
30 seconds.
This
There it
one
is.
right here, yeah.
Oh,
Again, it's just, that's the sort of thing you get from Ethan. Off screen, rarely noted, but the value that he provides.
Let us hunt.
NRG, again though, able to cling to life on that site and whittle away.
भाई क्या हो रहा है भाई? एक टीम अटैक नहीं कर पा रहा, एक टीम
Now
डिफेंड
onto the
नहीं कर
good.
पा रहा. मतलब दोनों टीम
Gonna
अटैक
have
नहीं
to
कर पा
deal
रहे,
with
डिफेंड तो दोनों ही कर रहे.
Dart here will be noted. Poster and Alpha over towards short once more. Shouldn't be any surprises in terms of the formation here. NRG back towards market.
Here.
Saw them test this very early on in the half. Regulation, crashes. Knows that somebody's probably drifted through.
be careful though.
भाई उन पे बहुत
Certainly
अच्छा
seen it now.
कंट्रोल है.
Poster called in, but oh, a little surprised on it. Maybe a mini-map moment. And now gap closed. Marta!
Mart-
Bloodthirsty as ever! Hunting down Alpha as well. That unlocks A until him. The one
भाई
man who
खत्म
took
है
him
ना,
into this
खत्म है
position
round.
before. Pushed them into OT. Can he do it again? It looks like he's starting well. Good follow-up. Great kill.
Oh my God!
The baby-faced assassin making it look possible.
Look at Scuba's
Scuba,
HP.
2 HP, standing on top, standing tall. A 1v1. Oh my God! 2 HP was all he needed. NRG, 14 to 12 in map 1.
भाई ये क्या राउंड था भाई? भाई
Got the new iPhone
भाई ठीक है,
17
चलो
Pro and
अभी
Verizon
मैं
picked
जब
up the
तक हाफ
town.
राउंड खत्म होता है
Me, handsome and hilarious.
मैं
New and
खेलता
existing
हूँ.
customers can get the new iPhone 17
कोई गेम का नाम क्या था रहते? भाई भाई अरे माइक ऑफ करके बात कर रहा है. Nice, nice. ओके ठीक है मेरे को भाग के जाना है बस कूदना है हाँ इजी मेरे पास एक बार देखना पड़ता है भाई दादा दादा एक ही बारी में रुको रुको मेरे को वीसीटी चलाने दो फिर पता चलेगा मैच शुरू हो गया और मैं अबे कूद 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 बच गया बच गया अच्छा ये कूद के जा सकता था मैं ना 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 भाई लगा ही था भाई भाई दोनों हैं इजी इजी। अच्छा अच्छा समझ गया। एक दो एक दो एक दो इजी इजी। मुझे पता नहीं क्यों लग रहा है इनको टच नहीं करना है। पता था मेरे को। Ora, got it. अरे अरे समझ गया। भाई क्यों 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 भाई भाई मैंने दबाया भाई। ओके ये जाऊँ जंप जंप। ओके 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 समझ गया जंप जंप जंप। इस बार उस तरफ नहीं गिरा। खत्म लाला। अरे Pep. भाई मेरे को लग रहा है एक में से कूदना नहीं है। पता था भाई, पता था भाई। चल चल सेकंड मैच आ गया, सेकंड मैच आ गया गाइस।
But against the odds, NRG staking their claim.
Against the odds is really what I want to tap into here, because NRG have just won out. But at one point in that map, I think Mado actually finished at 4 and 12 in terms of the opening duels, but it was sat at 7 and 17.
Yep.
And again, they are recovering rounds that historically teams aren't able to flip versus a team like Fnatic. The ones that are able to convert advantages time and time again, NRG actually flip the script on them. So again, it's got to be a blow to Fnatic. And no strangers to this sort of stage, but NRG certainly getting a haymaker off here to open the series.
Oh yeah, and all that devotion and desire that Fnatic have always had for that final that they never quite made, for that one title that has evaded them. They face down a true underdog here, who have turned up and made it look like their day. But it's map 2, it's Abyss, and it will be NRG on the attack.
Revealing area. Start off here. Very quickly going to dip his toes. What's the story? Actually nearly caught off, but catches a lot of information and utility here.
Yeah,
immediately NRG spring into action.
Yeah, look at that burst, look at the split, straight through middle as well. It's a lovely crunch. It's lucky the Kayak's still breathing, honestly. At this point, they've lost Kron and Boaster, though. All so focused on trying to get that A main fight going in their favor, but Scuba, lovely check there, does catch Alpha, just seen a glimpse, but it's Crashies to find Ethan. And there's layers on this. Scuba will not be moved! How's he standing still? And he's on the run. Alpha has got to find these players, and they are just evacuating the area. They don't want to give him a chance at this, and Marder feels like the checkmate. Again, just spotting him. Scuba, exceptional beginnings.
Just ridiculous again. Low HP, up against the ropes, able to deliver here in the pistol round. But yeah, this pinch is so fast from NRG. Fnatic caught completely off guard.
Well, because you had kind of got Kron trying to set up maybe...
They're the ones, Fnatic are the ones
Paranoia.
trying to actually go forwards on the map. Find themselves a kill and get away, but amounts to nothing. But again, drawing out the utility early on. Beautifully orchestrated there by NRG.
Walking up though, looking for a brawl here. Scuba does have the Phantom. He's looking to find a bit of a corner to play from, but he has support, right? Not standing alone here. So Kayak not going to get what he wanted at all. Spot out another player, and they're sitting back a little bit further. You can't have isolated fights if you want to get something going here. And again, there are still 2 pistols. That being Brock and Ethan, so as long as they recover these, it's fine. He's giving it up. Smarter choice there, trying to give nothing away.
Yeah, Fnatic really going to get themselves off the starting block here. The second round at least.
Scuba's so close to that ult as well, man.
Yeah, early progress for him is massive in terms of this first ult cycle for NRG. And due to how it's panned out here for Fnatic, obviously not going to be, well, probably a round or 2 behind in terms of this first cycle, but yeah, we'll resort back towards potentially a proactive play outside A. But NRG have just been so robust in terms of utility usage, in terms of bodies in the right place. Well, to say that, Marder caught off guard.
Yeah, Marder's, again, NRG were able to do it without Marder having to be the headliner. Here, I think he needs to find a little bit more of that comfort. Hard against Kayak, especially when he's being played in as well. But still, it's something that we're going to have to keep track on. It's an early show of force over towards B, but the intention, not sure if it's there, considering where the spike is.
Certainly just a feel is sent out towards Alpha. How do you want to slow down again, considering map 1? Not necessarily feeling like they're at a deficit right now. Side of the head count. Drone will spot nothing for Crashies, but will put Kayak onto a deeper line once more.
Oh, it's lovely. Simply lovely for Kayak. Picking up where he left off after map 1. You're looking at the scraps of what remains of NRG. Can they make something out of nothing, though? Incredibly hard in a 2v4.
Forced to adjust the plant.
Som.
Yeah, the stun comes through, a little bit of a spam, but nothing actually connecting here.
Scuba's still got that ult. I mean, Som's trying to play ahead here. Maybe try and get himself 1 for free. Try and get those odds looking better. That's not bad. But the number's still so good for Fnatic. But Scuba is yet to die. Finally!
अच्छा खेला
will keep 2 standing and a defuse now.
बोनस भी था
Maybe
वैसे
an extra rifle that Fnatic wouldn't have wanted to lose here. Round on the board regardless. You noted as well, Scuba, the result, Som also putting his ult into the 4th round here. Kayak doing so well to find Ethan on the back end of this play. Just to trim the fat a little more. Ahead of NRG finding their way onto site. A couple of regens in play here for Fnatic, and actually crashes down on...
Oh, they still want to test this, Mike.
The Guardian, yeah, gonna... Oh, well, walk into actually the heaviest stack that NRG have positioned here.
Back in a flash.
This is scary, though. This time, he's going to respect it. Goes back in for seconds, but again, the out drone is going to find him. How long does he stay around on this? No, he has to back away. Burning a lot of the util, though, but the ult going to come in. This could be their springboard. Kron just straight into the dark there. Don't think he saw him, but maybe. As Kayak looks to get involved here. Can't quite do it. NRG still going to be unwilling to relent. Still trying to find their footing on the site. Brock up top. Raining in bullets from above. And Boaster fancies to go and gets his head ripped off.
Yeah, NRG just picking Fnatic apart here towards A site. Alpha.
उनको पता है क्या इसके बारे में?
Already there. Whereabouts he resides. 3 left to find. Scuba again tagged up, but it will be a clean 1v3.
Come on. Wouldn't it just be mental if he did this? there was anyone else, your mind might start to wander. But he commands the respect that he sometimes earns in these moments, but it'll be a very long road here, and that time pretty much defining this now. NRG giving him no quarter, no chance. You can see what he can do when it starts going. He's going to put the pressure on him though. Make him react, needs the flash, will be forced off. Time is gone, and NRG showing no fear in these fights, Mike.
Yeah, a chance for maybe Fnatic to stop them at the front door, but I think as soon as Kayak's not able to land his utility and slow things down. This is with Chronicle finding a freebie, as you noted, through the smoke. But Brock just does so well to break the crosshair placement, force Crashes and Chronicle to react.
Oh, boys.
Oh, boys.
I think, yeah, the intention is to stop them on the way in, but NRG just bulldoze or brute force their way onto site.
It starts feeling harder and harder to stop them at the front door, right? You start losing out those fights. Again, this will be a lighter purchase from Fnatic, so you've got Stingers and Sheriffs. The Kayak, though, a chance to get involved, and it was a very short-lived chance. Scuba is on an absolute tear so far.
Yeah, picking up from the work he was doing at the end of Ascent here, certainly carrying it across to Abyss. Alpha on the hunt here, Roaster alongside him, but another round where NRG are just happy to freeze. Force the hand of Fnatic, put them into these uncomfortable positions.
भाई ये लोग अच्छा इधर वाल है.
There's only actually Alpha with the Sheriff here, so Plant will come through, looking as if they will find a consolation here, considering the range.
Trip of the wall, Scuba. Eyes turn. The Boaster, he might have contact with first. You can see Alpha already getting up towards window, but Boaster gets found, so just on Alpha now. And looking to try and go down swinging, but still going down nonetheless. So, as it stands, 4-1, Fnatic need to get a grip on this game. They've got ults coming in now, but this scoreline gets stressful.
But also seeing a reaction from the coach booth, you're almost anticipating a very early timeout from Fnatic, potentially on the back of this round to come. I just don't think there's anything that's... I mean, the first map you can talk about conceding first bloods, that's something that will throw NRG off their game plan. Like I said, a lot of those were untraded. It wasn't as if NRG was springboarded off there. They were able to actually navigate their way through the mid-round time and time again.
2-2-1, excuse me, 3-2 split. Still showing some intention towards middle, and you can see the reaction. Fnatic have put a lot of bodies to this, maybe a little bit worried after that first round that we saw when that early split came towards A, but patience. Capture, at least from Crashies, to note there are bodies behind this early show of utility.
And nobody really noting Kayak. Again, will be expected with how they've played outside A. NRG, for the first time, towards some sort of commitment up mid here. I thought Chronicle maybe was going to get tagged that through the smoke, yeah.
I'll bang on, but not to be. Slow and steady. They go in towards the one man who has been terrifying. It should be seen here. Marder, relay this. But to move someone like Kayak, you've got to be on your A game. To threaten someone like Kayak, you've got to be ready. You're throwing everything at him, simply everything to force him off this. And it's given NRG the sight now.
Plant will come through.
But easy side.
Looking to
I like that.
really push forwards here. Quite deep in, but Chronicle's going to punish it.
I don't mind it. I want to see him take those risks, get involved. But a 1-for-1 trade. They've lost Crashes on one side here.
Som ka posi,
leaving just Som on the side, who now needs to move back a little bit. Ethan still showing a bit of a nuisance. That presence, that positioning could put Alpha on a platter. Som back in the action though. Fnatic trying to take steps here. Ethan needs to be present. He has to show interest. He has to keep them on their toes because NRG in the back line's now being threatened. Alpha, Kron in unison. It's Scuba who's been a monster so far. Can he do it to Alpha now? The time is ticking. Scuba, can you hold your nerve?
Absolutely insane from Scuba so far. Red Bull clutch here to find NRG's 5th round. Well, it looks like Fnatic are able to turn the tides, get themselves back towards site. Absolutely beautiful from him. Sitting at 11-1 right now. Like I said, coming alive on the back end of Ascent. Delivering for NRG
भाई अपने
here.
बाल के वजह से देखता कैसे
As I
होगा
said,
भाई?
anticipating an early timeout from Fnatic, considering the reaction we saw just a couple of rounds ago, certainly feeling as if the game plan is off. Execution, sure, understandable, you take that round by round, but the game plan
चलो
needs
Fnatic
an
का
adjustment
पहला
here.
टाइम आउट नेक्स्ट राउंड
This
Fnatic
is where
जीत
your
रहा है.
coach is.
Earn the money.
Yes, absolutely. At 5-1, you look bigger picture, right? Fnatic have been chasing this final what feels like a lifetime, pretty much.
Absolutely, yeah.
And as much as we can talk about the moment and they'll try and stay focused round by round and, you know, in the moment itself, to deny that weight is in their minds would be naive. For someone like Boaster, someone like Chronicle, Crashies, Kayak, all of these players, that's what they're chasing here. And for NRG, they have set the bar high, playing without fear. Looking like the favourites
This
somehow.
is the thing as well, and GB actually totally agree with what he said, playing with house money. They're the ones that...
अरे
4 and 12 in the opening map.
I mean, the way Scuba's picking up the slack is wild. And Marder's doing his job, right? Like, he's doing what he needs to here. You're looking at what does Fnatic do to adjust. The game plan has to be good. You may not see it in this round, because we do have Sheriffs and just that Bulldog and Kron. So you eye up the rest, but I want to see a fight back from them. I don't want to see it clear cut. I want to see them look competitive here. Fnatic should not be going out with a whimper in these scenarios. But can they remind NRG who they are?
That's almost
Yeah, you can't
anticipating
line up
NRG switching things up now. Out of their timeout. We'll have 3 players in the right place. Kayak being one of them. It is just Sheriffs they're walking into. Actually, I'm going to call the one with the rifle, but only a Bulldog. Doubtful he's really going to be able to keep the rest of NRG at bay.
They take mistakes, and that's something that's not really happening. Look at the smother on the site, right? Very, very perfectly placed, but a miss from Marder. Tees up Chronicle. There's still Kayak here. Don't forget about him. He's actually got a nice bit of timing and a nice corner to play from, but he gets seen. Ethan, the safe pair of hands, finding 3 and extinguishing any problems that could have been building. Now Alpha's made it over here, but he's getting no looking.
But what's key is actually Som's ultimate obviously pinging out Kayak's reposition here. NRG in terms of target priority, able to find, I think Chronicle even finds one seemingly clean ahead of this execute coming through, but NRG just able to smother the entire site here. I mean, you've got to see a response from Fnatic.
Yep. It's a different start. We don't have Kayak on this side of the map here. We have Boaster posted up towards A. You've got Crashies beside him, 2 ults.
Yeah, because that previous round is the one that actually draws a body from Fnatic towards the other side.
Okay, so instantly going to try and sit back deeper, but look at the TP here. Ethan going to send the paranoia and trying to be a little cheeky. He's into the smoke! Audacious play, and Crashies is having none of that. But Marder's got the back line. You're going to have the post out from the Hunter's Fury coming in, but Marder looking like he wants to go hunting. You see the temptation. NRG wanted a brawl.
Yeah, they are chomping at the bit to take this fight towards spawn. Yeah, but so much pressure's coming through. Crashy's still under fire, under pressure. Able to
Take flight.
steady himself here. Will drone through to try and identify something.
I'm still looking at this late flank from Marder coming in. He is a mile away, and he can be set up for success. Now, when does he pull the trigger, though? Brock going to try and be the distraction. Is gorgeous from Brock. Bullying the big boys here. NRG making this damn hard work. Som, slippery as well on the site. Look at this crossfire. You clear one. Did you expect Scuba? No. And now you got Brock and Scuba. Scuba is unrelenting. 3 kills. This is his map.
Scuba is just going absolutely berserk right now.
God, the guts to be doing that.
Yeah, and again, NRG now starting to lean into it, creating this little pocket on the top of site here.
Look at this. Like, someone's like, yeah, no, I'll go down for this, don't worry. There's Scuba. He ain't done on one. Spins around, look at this guy. You can feel it now, Mike, 7-1, there's something happening here.
Fnatic absolutely locked out of this first half.
Trying to play Kayak. Marta put him on notice, but staying alive.
इसको कैसे हटाऊं?
Another broken purchase as well. Obviously, the rifle in hand for Kayak. Almost desperation mode. Try and find a recovery. But back to the point where NRG can slow things down once more. Going into the pressure of this scoreline. Ultimate's available, 2 away for Brock, but side of Fnatic, obviously nothing to really lean on here. Alfie has adjusted his setup ever so slightly. I don't really think Boaster and Alpha are in a position to find kills off the back of this utility.
Let's see, Paranoia in, TP, site's theirs. Is there any threat before plant? You're looking at Alpha, but he's already been checkmated. Ethan got his number easily, and he's been good on this side of the map here, Ethan, and he is again the guardian of it, and Scuba controlling mid. Nothing is working for Fnatic. This is worrying signs here.
Really is. NRG just completely outclassing them. Kayak obviously does have the rifle, but doesn't necessarily want to feed into any of these ultimates now that are on the brink. Will give NRG just such a comfortable position towards the back end of this first half.
And I know we've talked about the comeback capability with Fnatic, but that narrative, I'm not going to read into it 1 to 7, 1 to 8. I need more than that. I need a buffer, because we've already seen the capability individually on NRG.
We talk about those sort of things not being, we talk about repeatable success, right? Sure. It's not as if you go, oh yeah, but they've come back before, it's fine. It never feels fine when you watch them.
No.
It's always, and it takes so much to be able to do it when people like Scuba are doing what they're doing. You can see how confidently they're playing. Right now, in terms of, like I said, their game plan doesn't really look like it's there for Fnatic, whereas NRG, let's say you can prepare for this. The anti's not necessarily something you lean on versus a team like Fnatic, because they are fairly linear in terms of what they like to do and stick to their guns, but here we've not really got anybody delivering for Fnatic. No. There's nothing to really believe in here.
भाई साइफर एक बार भी सब ट्राई कर रहा है भाई, नहीं हो रहा है कुछ इनसे अभी Fnatic से.
Is going for a wonder. You talk about confidence. He's trying individually to spark something, and it just falls flat.
Yeah, fairly indicative of maybe the discussions in the comms for Fnatic here. Crashies still looking to secure mid, but I mean, just look on the minimap of where that kill's happened.
Yeah.
And what they even really benefit from Kayak finding a kill in that scenario. I said they didn't really benefit on Ascent in so many of the rounds that NRG were able to flip on their head. Tom just one away from his ult once more. Pings on the minimap. Like Alpha might have some company very soon.
Okay, but can he do anything, right? It just feels like the gates are open for NRG. Alpha is notorious, however. Always a threat, but he can't stand really against this. He decides to dip back in. Fancies to go himself. You can see how all-encompassing the site take is. There's very little room for error. Brock up to where he was before, and Alpha! A messy shot there, Mike. I'm seeing mistakes where we don't see them.
Yeah.
I'm seeing individuals looking a little off.
Like I said, usually in some of these deficits that you see Fnatic in, it's like there'll be a player popping off, and that's who Fnatic get behind.
Like spark and go behind, but there's no one. Even Kayak's not really had much play. It feels like he can't really get into much of these. Alpha's been a little quiet. Kron,
dare I say absent?
Yes. You need one of the three, really. And right now you got none.
No. Like I said, NRG have basically done all the hard work in terms of drawing an extra body towards B side of the map. Not really leaning on that too much. A couple of trade-off kills here, but...
Rounds one.
Yeah, rounds one. Obviously, it's not going to have a massive impact on finances here.
Do you double timeout?
Yeah, I absolutely think you do. Yeah. I mean...
Something's not going right, to say the very least. A 1 to 9.
Like I said, even in Fnatic, I guess across this year, you never really see them get deeper and deeper into the strat book, right? We have set pieces, we have the overall ethos for this team, but this is where we kind of test the uncharted territory for Fnatic in terms of what do you actually switch up here without something to, you know, just something to
make me believe.
Pin hopes, yes, exactly.
Get me back on board.
Fnatic के दास का आरेक्टा comeback करते हैं 9-1 from the
alone. He does have Quan's
Energy 9, Fnatic 1.
It starts to feel desperate at this point, but maybe that's what they need. A reason to believe. One is a start, he needs more. His support's already fallen. He's pinned to the wall. There's no getting out of this. A flank from Kayak. Maybe that's the saving grace. But already NRG trying to find that stability. Nice from Kayak. Deep in the back lines. But he can't double down on this. Ethan already finds him. It's a 3v2 advantage NRG.
Most so he does have the Odin as well, but not going to be this sort of situation where he's going to potentially find a kill here. NRG able to comfortably reset away from sight.
When do you start looking at saving? I mean, you're at 1 to 9. You got to go for something, but already there's a flank in play as well. If all goes wrong, there is still a line behind it. And Boaster's lost as Crashies now. There is not much to do but die here as Som looking to be the one to put him down. Brought to the knees at 10 to 1. Fnatic not even being given the chance to die on their feet.
No, not even having a say in some of these rounds. And the thing is, this is where the Harbor can really shine, creating these ratty pockets that force out very awkward re-clearances from Fnatic on the way back in when they're already at a disadvantage. Som absolutely channeling into that.
These guys have never played against this before.
Again, it throws off the tendencies. He's absolutely right. It's like there's actually situations where they're not familiar with clearing some of these spots out and a player really overstaying their welcome. A 10-1 scoreline. NRG on the brink of shutting this down.
Certainly are. A little bit of a TP. Ethan gonna be found first there, so Kayak still trying to play his life out. Finally, it feels like in the right place. Maybe he can handle this in Crashies. I like this approach.
Absolutely. See, Alpha has fallen here. Marder, curious.
Marder, ooh, toying with him. And Marder does pin down Crashies. So we're back down to this 4v3 advantage NRG. Kill by kill, they've got to be feeling this now. That grand final is so close here.
Yep. Certainly within touching distance
भाई
here.
एनर्जी वापस भी जा रहा है उनको क्या रीड है फेनेटिक को
No shield behind this.
नहीं भाई कुछ पता नहीं उनको वो लोग यही जा रहे हैं भाई वो लोग यही जा
So we can see NRG
खत्म round
still in a fantastic position to take the B site once more.
easy plant जल्दी जाके plant
Will have his ult, find a kill here, but it's not the situation where Fnatic have found kills.
Nope. This feels like we are watching the downfall of a team very poorly prepared for this. Maybe banking on map 1. You don't get to do that here though. As Marder waits. That's a flash and falls away. Does now stays welcome. Burns a lot of that util initially though. The deeper line being controlled. Som, slip ahead a bit. Squad out 1. Fnatic still struggling on the cross here. Only going to get Boaster on the site on the tank, but look at it, man. It's a firing squad. NRG in full, absolute control. 11 to 1, nearly flawless.
11-1.
Barely breaking a sweat in this first half. But on the other side, Fnatic have to be sweating themselves.
Final.
It's got to
second
be a
match.
nightmare for Fnatic. Can they wake up for it?
Energy.
All right, Energy on that dream run.
2. Best of 3. ना दुलडा अपर ब्रॅकेटर फायनल तो किती तर नजे हारबो आहे निसे मी गेम एच कलवतो पिस्टल राउंड एनर्जी जितने तो शेष पिस्टल राउंड मेंटर करे
It ain't a mistake. It's 11-1.
Do not adjust your screens.
No, you are seeing what could be an unbelievable end result here as we do check in on the Coinbase Econ report. I mean, Scuba
no
deserves
surprises whatsoever to see that name here.
But what an upswing in form, because I could kind of see it from some other players on the big stage. I'm like, cool, yeah, absolutely. But Scuba's just been kind of like, you know, quietly working away, doing his job. But here,
like I said, the back end of Ascent and the first few rounds here on Abyss basically put this on a platter for NRG to capitalize. And Fnatic left licking their wounds. I mean, broken, battered, and bruised after that first half. And it's such a small margin for them to find something in the second half. And obviously, slight advantage in terms of the pistol round win rate, but they certainly need this to be clean in the opening 5 or 6 rounds here.
Yeah. All right. Fnatic, can you make us pay attention?
Look at NRG, stacked 4 up mid.
Bloody hell, if anyone walks that way. B's open. Like, surely Kayak at this point is going, guys, there's no one here. Something weird's going on, but Marta is going to see 3. So good info there. Fake didn't really sell much because they've actually still got this stack. So flash out. They pause there. I think Fnatic don't like that they've just walked into something a bit bizarre.
Read
the fake on B and rotated away from that. I don't think Fnatic are necessarily going to get fully ahead of the timing here.
No. Well, I guess there's that question mark, though, for NRG. How far have they explored? Is someone a little bit deeper?
Yes,
they could be anywhere.
Exactly.
So it does slow down rotations, could potentially play in alpha, but I mean, I feel like I'm clutching at straws when I'm seeing an 11-1. I can't ignore it, man. NRG, now just waiting. Don't need to hurry this too much. You've got the flank on the way. Further out, though. First contact made. Kayak and Crash Cheese, back-to-back damage. A necessity.
Now
and the late
Alpha.
presence from Alpha is coming in. That's key here. Boy, the Ethan is still alive. And maybe battered and broken, but still breathing for now. Up towards Heaven, kept safe by the smoke, but Alpha's presence alone is an issue.
One enemy remaining.
That's critical find a matter as well.
That's lovely. Okay, it's a step. It's a step. Seeing Chronicle trying to give it there, and the cam sounds and looks like a fight song at a funeral, but maybe I'm wrong. 2-11, they've taken the step, Mike.
Absolutely. Concern being, though, NRG, you can already see them toying with some fairly wild ideas here. Certainly want to rely on the fact that there's a massive buffer between these two teams here on Abyss. Well flushed out here in terms of the round 2 purchase for Fnatic. We'll just be Alpha and Boaster bringing pistols in, though. Like I said, the opening 5 or 6 rounds for me here needs to be... Oh, hang on. Simon Mada already trying to take the initiative here. Testing the Fnatic players even further, but...
I don't mind a bit of aggression. You've
No,
got rounds
absolutely,
to play with.
Okay, yeah, like I said, they have a huge buffer to just get really weird in some of these rounds.
And there's also those, like, when it gets a bit closer, seeing those weird broken buys when they're over-investing a bit.
Yeah,
it's
one
still got,
person's
like, a
down.
bulldog
Yes,
or
exactly.
something.
Yeah, missing
I like to
Util
admit
or a
their time.
shield or down on a guardian and whatnot. RG, give this one up. Flawless round here for Fnatic.
Round at a time, I guess.
Crashy's made very decent inroads towards his ultimate.
But this is the first challenge, right? Like
311, bro.
This is the tester.
Yeah, it is.
There is no chance for mistakes if you're Fnatic. If we're going to genuinely talk about it, there is no chance for
I mean,
error.
you get reset once and it's
done.
wraps. NRG looking a little more traditional here in terms of formation, but happy to put Scuba on an island, rightfully so.
Oh, the guy's been filthy with it. Marder again, though, willing to take a risk and takes their life. Oh, that is fantastic! Fnatic caught asleep at the wheel and punished for this.
Exactly the sort of round the Kayak was pushing forwards for them. Marder capitalizes here. 3 huge kills.
Oh, it's magic for them. The first real chance for Fnatic to even believe in themselves gets crushed under that. So it falls to Alpha and Kron, 2 players who can excel. But Brock's got his number, man. Doesn't need to take any real risks on this either. Pick your poison.
Spike making his way over towards Scuba here. Alpha a little disconnected, trying to play towards cutting somebody off, but NRG happy to sit back on these numbers now.
So you put your faith in Kron to win a 1v1, and Alpha needs to get you a kill. He can't. He was tracked the whole way. Brock got in NRG! It's 12 rounds, and it's flawlessly achieved.
Just such an upswing once more for NRG. To pull out this sort of performance versus Fnatic, Marder just goes insane here.
It's magic from him. That's got to be something to remember there. Getting your team to 12.
Considering his map 1 performance where really struggled, like I said, NRG weren't capitalizing off of him laying his life down, but certainly here now, firing on all cylinders, NRG. Get any more than a whimper here from Fnatic in the second map.
The pace now on the shoulders of Kayak. Looks for the first, he finds it. Drops down Scuba, who's been the final boss of this. Boaster played in on 1. Still trying to stay alive. We've got Brock, Ethan, and Marder. For that plan, though, it's not in yet. Brock looking to maybe get that timing right here, but Alpha fully aware. Gotta be careful!
Oh my God!
And what a shot from Brock. That's a problem. A little bit of hesitation on the cross-up, a little bit of, oh my God, Marder, what a shot is that? But it's a 2v3, they're not out of the woods just yet. There's problems just about everywhere. Ethan puts his life on the line. The spam so close but not connecting. Brock, 10 more seconds until the dart's back up, but he can gap close, he can get in their face, he tries to capture.
Oh my word.
They've gotten away, and Crashes has his ult. He's got util. They have everything they need to secure this round, but Brock, can you make something out of nothing? This is not the round you should be winning. But a chance. 3 HP. He's trying everything he could. The Fnatic holding on for 4.
I mean, I'm getting so worried when you see Fnatic still not having the spike even on the site. By the time the smokes drop, that kind of wave of pressure has already passed.
Looks like Ethan almost caught one of those crosses, right? You think, oh, if that was one before, you don't know what you're in for.
Marder catches one.
It was Marder, yeah,
and then Ethan, and then Brock almost catches the retreat on the pullback smoke. But it's just 4 on the board for Fnatic.
It has to be perfection and nothing less. And once again, Marder is here. The downfall before. The out drone should be enough to force him away. It is.
Actually, big info that you see the TP has invested so far across the map. Fnatic really can capitalize on that. It's still being Scuba on the other side now.
Yeah.
Again, look at how hard they have to work to even just get themselves in front of a site. Now taking a casualty. Crashies does have Hunter's Fury now.
Okay. Marder, you double. Marder, if you do this. Can just TP away.
We're gonna probably jump check this.
Lovely. Has a look, he still knows they're there. Brock gets called in. Everyone Batten down the hatches, they're on the way. Kayak can't open things up on the backside. You're looking at Brock now, filling that space, playing up on that wall. It's been a problem for Fnatic to find their way forward, but Crash is going to find one, takes away Scuba, but Brock is waiting. They're just slipping into the smoke here. Chronicle's got some, but Brock's still standing, still surrounded. How is he still alive? Finally caught. It's Ethan and Marder. Back at the site for one, but it's now a 2v4. It's a long road back.
Yeah, Marder tagged up as well, one away from his ultimate. Ethan will actually find Boaster as well. Second clearance is there, but Crashy's shut down Marder.
Ethan, okay, handle, 3 survive. I'm not believing yet, Mike. I'm simply not believing yet. But I'm down for Fnatic to prove it round by round. I want to see what they have. But man, that felt like on a knife's edge, right? Like,
I mean, all of these rounds will be with Son throwing up these sorts of cutting sidelines the way he is. And players like Brock tucking onto the backside of it. It's just, it's such a treacherous sight to have to hit. We'll force out a timeout here from NRG, but to be honest, an opportunity for them to catch their breath a little bit.
because they're not in necessarily a hurry still, right? We really only talk about it when we get to 7, 8 rounds, maybe even further for some people. I tend to start paying a bit more mind at about 8. Because there is then the chance of getting the economy
basically
behind
within
you.
a buy round or 2 considering that ult cycle, but
it takes 1 round, 1 moment, 1 3K from Marder, 1 backbone round from Scuba. They could all fall apart. So it's so fragile as it stands. Yes, Fnatic have done well. They've dropped 1 round this half so far. They've marched back 4. This is a long road.
How many times can you keep asking for the same sort of performances, though, from this roster to put themselves in positions where they just have no margin for error? It's got to be so taxing.
Mentally, physically, I don't know how they're still coming back in. Their heads held high, still in the fight. This round, only a sheriff so far for Scuba. So for Fnatic, an opportunity to get that 6th comfortably. But no mistakes.
Coming towards some of these ultimates for Fnatic. Obviously did see Crashies invest in that Hunter's Fury previously. Now is he happy to go toe-to-toe once more outside A. Yeah, with Kayak and Chronicle making good progress is certainly where Fnatic's game plan will drift.
And I was interested to see how much they might try and dig Alpha out of that position. I think Boaster might have a good idea of what's going on here. No! I thought Boaster knew! Marder's in their damn spawn! He's got a rifle! This can't be it. This can't be it. Keep the comms clean. Keep calm under pressure. NRG! There's no way this is the round! Marder! Like a dagger in the back! And now it's all possible. Alpha, Crashies, Kron have to lock the hell in, Mike. This could be a disaster in the making. There's no falling back. They have to fight forward.
Absolutely do. Forced into the waiting arms of NRG here. Marder still controlling so much in terms of pressure here. Fnatic are just huddled back. They have to be gifted a kill in this scenario to flip it.
They look dazed. They look stunned. Unsure of what just occurred. But with 28 seconds, you have to make your minds up. And it looks like it will end on a Brock willing, standing tall. Can he stand? God, he can! Drops the body, and Fnatic falling like flies. Marder investing the ult. He knows what's coming their way now. 10 more seconds. I can't believe what we've seen. It's unbelievable. NRG doubted but never defeated. Facing the giants of Fnatic and becoming legendary.
Absolutely insane from NRG today. I mean, overall across this series, playing from so many disadvantages. Even, I mean, the final round being the nail in the coffin. Marder able to really take this one away from Fnatic, but Scuba as well. What an upswing for that individual.